This video is going to be a bit different from what I usually do. This is just going to be a large compilation of clips of animals that never made it into any of my videos for one reason or another. This right here is a camel spider, likely in the genus Eremobates. Anyway, I'll also leave timestamps in the description of this video for every animal that's represented in this video. I was trying to dig up a trapdoor spider, and this Ensatina salamander just popped out. Strigamia, a centipede, a very interesting one. And I'm gonna take it out just to show you what they look like. Split it, and now it should become active. There you go. And this one's about half grown. They can get quite large. Okay, I will admit that was a pretty poor time lapse, but I think at this junction in time, you can't really see it on camera. But I think I found the spider, so what I'm gonna do now is find a twig that I can get it to bite onto, and then hopefully I can get it out that way. So, let's see. Oh, this also works. Well, mission failed. Well, actually, task failed successfully. This is not Aptosticus Barack Obama, but this is Promyrmekiaphila winnemem, which is a species I have not found before. Look, this darkling beetle is eating a bee. Just flip this little blue polymorpha, very blue polymorpha, under this rock. Quite a nice specimen. Hiltonius. I'm not sure what the last name is, but genus Hiltonius. I'm really not sure how they're different from Talabolus, but they certainly have a very different range down here in Southern California as opposed to Northern California and Oregon and whatnot. Look at this frog. There's a couple of them. The other one is... Where's the other one? Oh, it's in there. Funny guy. Oh, another polymorpha. This one is slightly less blue and has more obvious bands, but it's still quite a nice specimen. More Hiltonius millipedes. The species is new for me. I've never seen these before. But they are really, really similar to Talabolus. Two darkling beetles. This one is either Eleodes or Cochnemis. And this is Cryptoglossa. So this is the Death-Feigning beetle. Cryptoglossa muricata, I think. Patternless polymorpha. here. Oh, it's so sunny outside. The video is so poor. Scorpion. Paravaejovis, waeringi. Right there. And this is an adult. Here's a scorpion again. Paravaejovis. And I take back my earlier statement. This is a subadult. They get a bit larger than this. Oh, Theatops centipede. These aren't very large. See if I can get it out. Okay, they get bigger than this. This one's pretty small. But I find it interesting that this species right here, Theatops posticus, oh, I'm getting bitten, is the same species that lives on the East Coast, despite the fact that I'm out in the desert. Kind of interesting. Disjunct population out here. Rattlesnake from somewhere over there behind the cedar. I moved it because it was in an area with more people. Not sure what it's doing out since it's winter. Usually you don't find them. But this one was. It was coiled under a Joshua stump. And now I'm just moving it. Patternless polymorpha. Patternless tiger centipede. Another Hiltonius. Xanthoptica vigilis. In the snow. Pretty cool. Nice. Superstitionia donensis. Superstition Mountains scorpion. The only species in its genus and the only species in its family. Just flip this rock, and under it, a desert recluse. Here. One of the more venomous arachnids in the southwest. Ceredigitus gertzi. Soft-fingered scorpion. This is an adult. A subspecies from the south of California. Up in the north we have Gertzi striatus, which are quite easy to find in rock outcrops. Yeah. Oh, nice. I think this is a collared lizard. Yeah, this is indeed a collared lizard. I've never caught one of these before. I've seen them, but I've never caught one. This guy is quite cold. I'm gonna warm him up. Well, unsurprisingly, the collared lizard decided to bite me and doesn't want to let go. Come on, you can go now. Well, I'm not gonna let you go, but you don't know that. Leave. Well, it looks like the collared lizard is starting to wake up here. He'll find his way. Just flip this rock, and underneath it, xanthoptica. They're pretty quick, speedy little guys, and have a tough time stinging humans. Stinger has a tough time getting through human skin. Anyway. Large Strigamia. A soil centipede. Geophilomorph. Soil centipede. A long one. Not as pretty as the Strigamia, but this species gets much lengthier. There's a skink in here, but not the spider I'm looking for, unfortunately. Turkey's behind me. Oh. Patternless polymorpha. Slipping down a hole right now. Well, there are certainly lizards here, but still no spider. Turkeys are still behind me. Go. Go. Ow. Bro. Really? Leave. Oh! Let go. Oh, for real? But I did find this Wafer-Lid Trapdoor spider hanging out under this log. See if I can get her out really quickly. It appears to be an Aptosticus stanfordianus. It's impossible to tell until you take them out because Promyrmekiaphila clathrata also look kind of the same from the front. Just found this little lizard running around the ground. This is a common chokwala, Soromalus ater. It's just running around over here near this Mormon tea. And this is just a little hatchling. Once they're adults, they don't have this bright coloration that this one does. Chokwalas like to wedge themselves in cracks like this, or just hang out on the rocks. But when they do wedge themselves in cracks, it's because they're running away from a predator. So it's actually inflating itself right now. And what they do is, once they're deflated and they're running around, they go in a crack and then they inflate, which makes it very, very tough for predators to pull them out. And these guys are feeding on mainly creosote out here, the vegetarian. Our little chokwala, be free. There's a little rodent in here. Let's see if he comes up. little Xanthoptica vigilis that I flipped under this dead Joshua tree. Right down here is a speckled rattlesnake. This is actually the second one I've ever seen out here during the day. So that's pretty cool. This one's just an unit, not very large. Little caterpillars in this web. I think these are called tent moth caterpillars. And there's probably a few dozen in there. And now it's about that time that they're starting to venture off. See, there's one down there, but also a few in the branches around here. Many of you may recognize this little guy right here. This is a desert horn lizard, Phrynosoma. And for any herpers and herpetologists that are watching, I apologize, I don't know the Latin last name, the binomial. But anyway, this is the habitat they like to live in, at least in this area, because this species has quite an extensive range. And these guys like to find a trail of ants, and what they'll do is sit by it and just pick off all the ants that are walking by. From what I understand, these guys eat ants and ants only, nothing else. And I think this one may be half grown or something like that. So I found this particular specimen near this trail of ants. You can see there's ants walking around here. I don't know what kind of ants, maybe harvester or something like that. They're all walking around out here. And here's the nest. I'm not sure why this is in here. Take that out. And yeah, these guys will just sit by and wait for ants to pass, and then they'll just lick them off the ground. Perhaps the smallest ever vigilis I've ever seen. Little night lizard. This one is very small. But yeah, anyway, I found him under this log, so just let it go back under. Not up my sleeve, come on. Go, what are you doing? Though it may be hard to see, there's a rattlesnake sitting under this ledge right here. A speckled rattlesnake, Crotalus pyrrhus. It's all coiled up, sitting underneath, waiting for prey to pass by. Here's a rattlesnake from the back angle right here. Still not moving. Hasn't moved since I found it. Another camel spider. This one's actually a female this time. The way I can tell is proportionally the abdomen is larger in relation to the head. Look, there's quite a few carrot beetles. I'm not sure why there's so many out here, but I do know that they're attracted by my black light, and that's why I'm finding so many. Get out. And the males and the females are slightly different. Like, this is a female. And then a male, let's see. Here's a male. It has a tiny little bump on its thorax right there. This little scorpion right here is a soft-winged scorpion, Ceredigitus. And based on range distribution, this one should be Ceredigitus xanthoptica. This one may be gravid, have little scorpions soon. Not entirely sure.